Lindsay is considered right now a paraplegic. They're saying from the belly button down that she is paralyzed, and that is from jumping out of her second story window, which was 20 feet high. And this is where I feel like a lot of people are veering off to. They believe that Lindsay Clancy did this on purpose, that it was planned out. She planned the whole thing out. They talk about the fact that on the night that this happened, Lindsay researched how far the restaurant was that she sent her husband to get dinner, as well as had him go to a CVS to get medication. The prosecution is seemingly trying to make a point that Lindsay had normal interactions with other people around her for that whole entire day that the incident happened, and then she researched how far the restaurant 3V was from their home, so she could send her husband to a further away place in order to get dinner from a place that they didn't usually get it from. They had gotten it from there before, but it wasn't usual. And then all of a sudden, when her husband goes to the restaurant to pick up the food, and then he called her from the CVS about the medication, she sounded distracted. And then when he gets home, he finds everything. And this is the prosecution's thing, is that she sent him there just so she could do this. I don't think so, guys. I'm going to tell you guys my unpopular opinion. Something else happened. Whether she had a psychosis moment or whether it's all the medications. The other thing I feel like should be mentioned is in January, Lindsay checked herself into a facility and said that she was having mental issues, said she was ill and stuff like that. This is when they said, oh, you don't have postpartum depression. You don't have any of that. The next thing is, it was said that when she was in this facility in January, she told them she wanted to get off of the benzos, which I know I can't tell you all of the ones that are benzos, but I know that some of those are benzos on there, okay? But that she felt like she was addicted because, see, once you start taking these medications for so long, your body becomes physically dependent on them. So I also find that it's very interesting that the court system has had an influx of letters, character reference letters that have been pouring in from Lindsay's, like, people she worked with at the hospital. You guys remember she was a pediatric nurse. She worked with babies. From family members, people that knew her. There was even letters from people that known her all the way since 6th grade saying, this is not like her. Something happened. You guys, there is something is not right about this. I want to say before I go any further into this, I'm not taking up for Lindsay because I think it don't matter what happens from here on out. Her life is over. Okay, she's over. Whether she goes to prison or goes to a mental hospital, or she ends up ending it all, which is what her defense attorney says. Her life is over, just like those babies, okay? And next thing I want to get to is this letter, y'all, that she wrote to her friend a while back. And I don't know, I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but when I see some of this stuff in here, it makes me feel like weird. She writes a letter to her friend and she says, Brittany, the biggest congratulations on your sweet baby boy. Get ready for the wildest ride of your life, motherhood. It is the most profoundly challenging yet deeply fulfilling experience you will ever have. You are about to embark on a journey with the highest highs, the lowest lows, the joy, the pain, and everything in between. Now, I don't know if y'all got a friend that has a new baby. Y'all just keep that part to yourself because that's scary. There was conversation and the prosecution brought up the fact that when Lindsay came out of her state, one of the first things she asked was, do I need an attorney? And this was a conversation that one of me and my best friends had because she was like, I believe right then and there. She knew that she did what she did and whatever. One of the first things is what they said. Does that mean that they told her, hey, you're in trouble, you're going to be arrested, you can't get out of here? And then she said, do I need an attorney? Because to me, a person that purposely did this, they know they need an attorney. Okay, if they're trying to get away with it, they know they need an attorney. They don't need to ask, do I need an attorney? I think she wasn't all there. Also, I saw a lot of people online saying she didn't even cry in court. She didn't do anything, you guys. She barely blinked. She's like a shell of a woman right now. She's probably, again, so overly medicated. I don't know. I'm not taking up for her. I don't know her. I just can't get behind from what I'm seeing here, that this was a person that was just evil. And I know that's a word that's being used a lot online. A person that is just evil and just planned this out. Something else happened. For the very least, for the sake of mothers going forward and us understanding this type of thing, we need to get to the bottom of it. If at the bottom of it, it's that she's evil and she planned all this and she just wanted to do this, prosecute her to the fullest extent of the law. I'll be the first one in line to tell y'all, yep, okay, I was wrong. This came out. You know, I'll come back and tell you. But right now, something ain't sitting right with me, you guys. Something happened.